Hello, my most amazing artists. I hope that you enjoyed learning about Kusama. We are going to create a pumpkin today, and then we are going to print dots on it. So you will have a tray of paint. You will pick a colored piece of square construction paper, and then you will have a colored pencil. That is for our dots. And you will have a Sharpie, that is to draw your pumpkin. So I'm going to show you how I typically draw a pumpkin, and you can always practice this on your messy mat before drawing on your paper. But I like to start with a large oval, so not a circle, an oval. That means that it's going to be longer than it is wide. And then I want to go from the top to the bottom, and I'm going to do like a backwards C. Okay, again, I'm going to go from the top to the bottom, and I'm going to create a backwards C. So I'm trying to create a more three-dimensional look. Now I can do one more layer of those. I would add a stem, and then we have to show the part of the pumpkin that is behind. So from this one, we're going to go into the stem, and same thing here, into the stem. And then that kind of shows a 3D look. Now, I am going to show you, a lot of people will start their oval, and then when they draw their C's, they do this. And that does not look like a pumpkin, because this section of the pumpkin needs to go from the top to the bottom of the middle section. So the pumpkin should be all the same size, basically. So you can't make it little, because you wouldn't have a pumpkin that has a big middle and then little bitty sections. They would need to start at the top and go to the bottom. So I hope that helps you. Once you are done drawing your pumpkin, it is so important that you put your name on your paper. It can just go on the front. If you can put your name, that would be great. You can also put your teacher code. So let's say that I'm 3rd grade and I am Ashley. It would be 3A. If I'm 3rd grade Mayfield, it would be 3M. If I'm 4th grade Shores, it would be 4S. So it is your grade and the first letter of your teacher's last name. That is your teacher code. Get that on there to make sure that you get your pumpkin back next week. Now what you're going to do is you're going to open your paint tray, and I don't care what colors you use, but you are going to create lines of dots in your pumpkin. You can do this 2 different ways. You can use the end right here to create a large dot, or you could use the tip to create a small dot. So just like that. You'll have a baby wipe to clean off your paint. So when you change colors, like if I want to do a line of the white dots and I want to change to another color, I can wipe this off with a baby wipe, and that's what you'll need to do. So this is a time-lapse video of me creating my dots. This actually took me about 10 minutes to do. I'm using hand-eye coordination. I'm paying attention to where I'm putting the dots. I'm not randomly placing them. I'm placing them in a structured way so that they are going in a line. They have similar spacing between dots, and it looks really nice and neat. That's how we want to create our dots for this project. When you're done, be sure that you clean off your colored pencil, and you're going to place this on the drying rack. Now, if you have taken your time, then your dots should be in rows or in a line. They should repeat. They should be balanced. They should have about the same spacing in between each one. We're not just dotting everywhere. Essentially, you are using the pumpkin shape to determine how your dots are going to go. So just take your time. Every so often, you'll need to dip and get more paint, about every 3 or 4 dots. And don't stir the paint. You can use any colors that you want. But when you're finished, you're going to take it to the drying rack. Be sure this is clean. Your paint is closed. You can stick this in the top, but don't leave these down into the wet paint. Be sure that your name and your teacher code is on here, and then throw away your dirty wipe and you will be finished. Have fun today.